welcome back once again to Cherished Relics Boutique. This is Curry. I'm coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where I live. And I'm returning with part 2 of this massive 67-pound antique store 2-tub $100 purchase that I made. If you have not had a chance to see part 1 of that video, it obviously will be the video just previous to this one. So definitely go check it out. I think you can't miss the title. It says 67 pounds, antique store jewelry jackpot or something like that. I don't know, but you can go check it out. For those of you that are new here, my name is Curry and I'm with Cherished Relics Boutique. Obviously, I have a YouTube page, which you're visiting right now, and there's tons and tons of jewelry unboxings and unjarrings and jewelry hauls. So if that's the kind of content you're interested in, mostly antique and vintage jewelry is what I, focus most on, then definitely, consider following my page. All of your likes and all of your comments are so helpful for helping the page to grow. All of your support is much appreciated. I am going to be starting off this video bringing you to a quick jewelry haul where I actually am going to be showing the $20 of jewelry that I actually purchased at this antique store before I bought this huge lot. I talked about it in the first video, but I didn't get a chance to actually show it to anyone, and I thought it would be fun for people to see that quick jewelry haul. So I know I've been talking about this $20 haul that I got from the antique store, but today I thought I would actually show it. I did have a few necklaces that I just got because they were super old and vintage. And let me zoom in a little bit here. But these are broken. So this is super, super old, as you see. And we've got some graduating big to small and then small to big. So I wasn't sure if this was rock crystal, but it is in fact just glass. But very old glass, something I can totally restring this necklace. But what a cool necklace, right? Super cool. Okay, so there are a pair of puffy sterling silver earrings, but the hooks do have 925 mark on it right there. So I got that as well. A beautiful, faceted glass circle brooch there with some, I don't know if you call that cupcake setting or houndstooth or whatever, but kind of extra prongs there. This is what the back looks like. No brand, but super beautiful. Okay. I also got this long strand, I believe to be carnelian. We have a large, teardrop pendant hanging there. I do not believe this is sterling silver or anything. Although it's not magnetic. There is no clasp on it. So I suppose I could check it. It just doesn't look sterling silver, but you can see how those are all sort of wire wrapped. And it is about 30 inches down to the hanging pendant. So there you go. And let me also show you. Either carnelian or some type of agate. Usually carnelian for me falls on the lower end of quartz when I'm testing. And some carnelian can be darker than others. But a beautiful necklace nonetheless. So I got that. Okay. And then I also got these faceted glass cluster earrings. They have, as you see, like a textured little gold bead that's kind of wired in there. Here's what the back looks like. And you can see they're constructed with wire. That's how they sort of make the cluster. So those are beautiful. All right, this is the other necklace that was broken. So look at the beautiful AB faceted, you know, necklace here. And then it's got these neat kind of ball, kind of sort of like pave balls there with some champagne as well as amber color rhinestones in there. You know, these AB stones are filigree capped. Maybe there isn't a clasp on here. It just fits over the head. No, it just fits over the head. It's not a clasp. But the damage was there was one ball there that one of these things was crushed in. So I'm going to have to get something to kind of shimmy that out and see if I can correct it. But boy, what a gorgeous necklace, right? Okay. How about some gorgeous, faceted, beautiful, these are twist back. There is no brand on them, but they are in impeccable shape. Prong set, as you can see. It kind of looks like Mickey Mouse at the bottom. That's hilarious. But there's no brand, but a really cute pair of twist back earrings. So I also got this little critter bug. You know, none of the rhinestones are missing. Faux pearl. He's in 1928. I thought he was cute. Okay. This is pretty incredible. So this is a vintage Napier milk glass alternating with some textured gold beads. Super long 3-strand necklace here. In excellent condition. All the strands are the same length. I believe it's 30 inches because I've measured it previously. So you can see, obviously, it's 3-strand there. Now, I suppose you could double it and make it 6-strand. That would be a lot going on. So I suppose you could do that. But personally, I would wear it long. So let me lift up the neck so you can see it. So you get the idea. It's just hard because it's too big and my camera's, you know, horizontal. But you get the idea. And then in addition to that strand, I got an additional strand that's exactly the same length. It's just individual. A little bit of wear on that spring ring clasp. But exactly the same, matches exactly the same length and everything. So I suppose you could make something a 4-strand if you wanted, because it does hang the same if you attached it. So I got that. Definitely has some value, you know, when you're looking at comps for this. We're looking in the $50, $60 range, especially because it's signed. Yeah, super cool. Loving that. Abalone, sterling silver, I think made in Mexico. Let's see what this says, but that's what I believe it says. But abalone is going to be harder and harder to, you know, find in jewelry because they won't let people use it to create jewelry anymore because it was just an environmental, I think, decision, I guess, on whoever makes those decisions. I also got this rose quartz and mother of pearl alternating long toggle necklace here with a sterling silver clasp. It does register as a quartz, which is what rose quartz is. Super cute. It's longer. Oh, I think it's about 26 inches. You know, looking like that. And then I also got some matching earrings that go with it. And they are marked sterling silver as well. You can see they're a little bit tarnished, actually. Okay. A very vintage pair of, you know, statement heart, sort of puffy heart earrings. They are not sterling silver. They are about 1.25 inches long, so they're not small. And as you see here, here's the clasp on the back. I didn't find a brand, and I did do a Google Lens search on it and couldn't find the exact ones, but I just thought those were fun. So I got those. And then, okay, prepare yourselves. It's my grand finale. It was in a bag at the bottom of a basket. This necklace is faceted. It's got a sterling silver clasp that's marked. It's on a chain, as you see there. It's harder to see. It's actually a gold tone chain, slightly gold tone. And it is super long. I want to say it's about 40 inches long. And you can see how beautiful it is here. So, you know, anytime I get a necklace like this, especially if it's on a sterling silver clasp and on a chain, I always want to make sure that I'm, you know, familiar or aware of whether or not it could possibly be rock crystal. Rock crystal is way more valuable, and actually rock crystal is essentially quartz. It's clear quartz. And I did not believe when I bought that this was going to be rock crystal, but holy moly, look at that. And this is a graduating necklace, so we have some pretty significant larger beads there. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. So beautiful. And then when I was just like in shock when I found that out, because that makes this worth several $100s versus maybe, you know, 50. And then when I realized that happened, I thought, you know what? Those teeny little purple stones that originally I thought is glass, that means that those might possibly be amethyst. And sure enough, they are amethyst. And so, you know, I was blown away when I realized. Then when I found that out, I was like, oh my goodness. Rock crystal. And, you know, I will try to put it on the neck for you here so you get an idea. I mean, someone would wear that necklace, like, they wouldn't be doubling it. They'd be wearing it long. 40 inches is pretty long. So beautiful. So I just wanted to share, since I only kind of talked about that $20 haul. And so I'm going to, you know, put this video at the beginning of part 2. I hope you enjoyed hearing all about those goodies and my, you know, $20 incredible haul. And yeah, so I'll bring you back to the rest of the video later. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Some beautiful things for sure. And those pieces of jewelry are not offered for sale tonight. I will bring those to a future video. But any of the items that I show you tonight will be, from this point on, will be up for sale that you can purchase as a private sale right off my video. And the information I'm going to put up here on the screen. I will need the item number of the jewelry you are interested in, as well as the dollar amount and a brief description. You will want to provide me with your YouTube username as well as your PayPal email address so I can invoice you. I invoice through PayPal. You don't actually have to have like a membership. You can check out as a guest on PayPal. So you'll just send all that information to my email at cherishedrelicsboutique@gmail.com. And I will pin the items that have been purchased in, you know, the top of the comments. And the items will be available for 2 weeks from the day that I post the video. So with that, all that being said, I do part-time sales on eBay, as well as about twice a week I do live auctions on district.net, also under the name Cherished Relics Boutique. All of it is under Cherished Relics Boutique. But on District, I sell in the marketplace Lilyworks, jewels, antiques, and makers. So that's where you can find me, as well as obviously here on YouTube. I think that's all the logistics. I do want you to know that, you know, from the last video, since then I have gone through and sorted, because I just wanted to be able to make my videos shorter. And I just felt like there was a lot of, scrap and craft material that I could take out. So I'm going to take you on a little quick field trip here. That box there is, 2/3 full with craft and scrap, just from this 67-pound lot. But down below there, I do have additional things that I will be offering in part 3 and probably part 4. That being said, I think we will get started. These are just some items, obviously, that have come from those tubs. And I do know what's in here because I've seen it. But you will love seeing the amazing treasures that I found. So I think the easiest way for me to do this is probably just to, I'm going to put this ruler underneath my camera. But honestly, I just want to dump this out because I just feel like I can do it faster that way. I always have a jeweler's loop as well as a magnet. I keep it on a chain around my neck because I can't tell you how often when this isn't on a keychain and then my magnet will be lost in like some tub in a drawer that it takes me forever to find. So, yeah. All right, so well, let's go. This is obviously a brass mother of pearl inlaid bangle. It's probably about 1 inch thick, and it is, usually these are pretty big. Looks like right at about 8 inches, it looks like. It looks in pretty decent condition. Tarnishing on the brass, I mean, I guess that can happen, but we definitely have a little bit of mother of pearl loss out of that. It's still a beautiful bangle. Ooh, this is beautiful. I think this is part of a belt, because if it's like attached somehow as a belt, maybe this is what hooks, and I don't know, maybe there's another side to it and I just don't have it. But if you look how beautiful this is. Obviously with faceted red crystal that's channel set in there. And I have looked close up at this, and there is not one single rhinestone missing, which is pretty shocking for a piece of jewelry that's this old. I still do totally believe, though, that it's just glass. I will bring the Presidium in the screen if it's anything else but glass. But yes, but isn't that beautiful? A little belt buckle. Let's see here. It's look like a tree of life bracelet of some type. It's kind of open work. This doesn't open, so I just assume it's just kind of a hollow, heart-shaped tree design there. This is stretchy, and it's like a rose gold colored. I know there's another one of these. Where is it? Oh, here. The exact same, except in silver tone. They look pretty cool together. Or you can change up the color you want to wear. So there you go. But this is like a dream catcher, kind of like, I don't know if that's actual leather, kind of, or suede, but they have feathers on the end, and there's 2 of them. This is just a textured gold tone bangle. It is magnetic. 8 1/4 inches, if you're interested. So these are super cute, red, sorry. They seem to be acrylic, but very interesting earrings. They're interesting earrings nonetheless. I have a stretchy metal ring here, black tone, but a big ring. Obviously, you can see how big that is. The stretch looks just good, just fine. Okay, well, here's another, and that's acrylic. It appears to be missing a couple rhinestones, but if anyone buys these, then I will replace those rhinestones. This is another stretchy ring. It's a different style, but again, it's looking like that. Okay, so I have a little, I guess, 6-sided, shaped pin. It's got some texture on there. The gold tone looks fantastic. I don't see any brands or anything, and I'd be willing to sell that for $2. Look at this fun thing. It's like either someone like specifically crocheted this in a heart, or I think that's what they did. But look at all these different styles of like crochet. It looks like a rug. It looks like a little mini rug. It's the cutest thing. It's not like, usually a lot of things that are like material, I hate getting them in like a tub and stuff because I just feel like they're so dirty and used. But this looks like brand new. It's the cutest little artsy, crafty thing. Perfect for Valentine's Day. It's so unique. And this is just a pendant. It just got a, you would have to add it to a chain. It's got some black, stones as well as clear rhinestones. And there literally is not a single missing stone in there, which is shocking. But it's beautiful. This is what the back looks like. It's a really lovely pendant. Okay. Oh, here's another beautiful pendant. So yeah, it has a Damascene style about it, as you can see there. Usually they'll say Spain on the back, but this is beautiful. Silver tone, really kind of chunky, like charm bracelet. It's got a heart dangle from it. Not sterling silver, but the silver tone looks great on it. It's kind of heavy, and it's sitting right at about 7 inches. Okay, a random pin from the National Aviary Pittsburgh. I actually have, I think I've been here. We have a really cool kind of aviary museum here in Pittsburgh. That's really neat. Look at this. This is a really cool like pill box. Look at that. It's actually pretty clean inside. You can see close up, it's got sort of a geometric design. And on the back, it says made in Hong Kong, but that's what it says. So that's cool. I have another bracelet here. It's kind of like those bracelets that, I don't know, macrame or something, but the way that this thread was used, it pulls in like little brass beads all the way around. This is actually in really great condition. I don't usually, like I say, like these material kind of things. That's the way you clasp it, is by putting the little bell looking thing in there. By the time you attach it, it's pretty small, like barely fits my wrist. But for a small wrist, it's the perfect bracelet. So we're looking right at about, I'll say 6, right at 6. Oh, yes, I have to show you this. This is not going to be sold. I'm going to definitely keep this, but this is one of the things I found when I was searching through the antique store tubs. This gorgeous pocket watch. It's a lady's pocket watch, as you can see here, Sheffield, and it actually works. So, obviously you have to, I did look up the value. Look what great condition it's in. I mean, and it's worth $50 to $75. It does has this neat piece that you can set there, which means that you could then, if you were using it, you could set it down and have it upright. So that's a cool little thing. But it's on a long chain there. And if you're really quiet, we can hear it ticking. I can definitely hear it ticking. Probably difficult for you to hear it, but let's look at the time right now. According to where it's set right now, it's 13 minutes to 12. I'll set it down for a minute and we'll confirm that it's actually working. All right, so I have this Pandora-like bracelet. Now, I have found fake Pandoras before, and this is one of them. I know that Pandora normally has like a crown above the O or something. I should show you an authentic Pandora bracelet and then you'll know. This is a fake. It might even be marked for sterling, and it's not. So here's an example of an authentic Pandora sterling silver bracelet. And if we look here really close, Pandora, the O has a crown on top of it. You see that? And if I open this up, inside it will say ale, which is what they say on Pandora. And it'll also say 925. If I open the other one up, there you go, in there. If I open this other, I want you to notice here, Pandora, there's no crown over the O. It functions just the same, but if I open this up, I assure you it will not say ale, and it won't even look tarnished because it's not real sterling silver. There aren't even marks in there, okay? So, that being said, sorry. That doesn't mean that I assume that every single charm on here is not real. I will definitely check. You see how it says 925? It's not. It's fake. It's not where they mark it at all. And we can even confirm that by showing, let's see if it will show that it's magnetic. Which on a real Pandora bracelet, you see the magnetism going on here, okay? See? Nothing. So I will check all the things and confirm, but most likely what I would be selling here would be a not authentic Pandora marked silver tone bracelet. It doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, these beads they are glass, but they're often marked, like that one's marked. Says Pandora 925, and I don't believe that's how they mark their beads. I think they mark it saying ale, and I can check it. I will also tell you that these little metal grommets that are on the outside here are supposed to run all the way through the bead, but you can see light through this bead because the metal doesn't go all the way through it, which is another sign that it's fake. So anyways, there's your little lesson on that. Okay, here's my clock. It's definitely working. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to be keeping that. I just think it's super neat. And I thought that was a great find. So excited about that. So I have a bag of beads here. I think I took apart a couple bracelets that were damaged and not repairable. So this is a whole bunch of faceted AB crystal, but you know, they have AB coating on them and they're graduating in size, but they are in fact just glass. So I have a whole bag of beads there. It's got a couple other beads in there. Oh look, and there's even one of these that, again, if it's marked, it's not real, but it is glass. So, yeah. Oh, look. There's some different beads in here. That's my point. That one's kind of like got some like foil. I don't know if you'd call it foil. Or just like a strip of paint. I'm not sure. Now, I have not tested these beads. I assume they're not gold. They're magnetic, so they can't be. So anyways, it's a lot of crystal beads. So if you're someone who wants to restring a necklace or whatever, there you have it. We've got a money clip, a male money clip, and it says P7. I have no idea what that stands for. But this is not sterling silver. Let me make that for certain. I have no idea how much money clips go for. It does have a little knife in there, which is helpful. So I have another brass bracelet with some mixed metal inside, and again, in a thinner strip of inlaid mother of pearl. It doesn't look like this one has any damage. Like the other one I had there definitely had some cracked off mother of pearl. So this has still got an original tag on there, solid brass. This is a really big bracelet, silver tone, textured, and it's a fold over clasp, as you see right there. I don't see a brand on it, but I mean, it looks brand new. It's in great condition. So it's looking like that. And the size of it is right at around 7 inches. It's a lovely vintage bracelet. Okay. These are faux pearls. Reminds me of something that would be like Avon. And right as I say it, Claire's. Perfectly functional faux pearl bracelet right at 7 inches. Gold tone rope twisting bracelet here. I do not see any sort of mark for sterling. And it's magnetic. So if anyone's interested in that, a gold tone twisting, it appears to be about a size 8. Here is a gemstone faceted natural stone stretchy bracelet. It's got like a feather and a cross, but you know, they're magnetic. The bracelet it's stretchy, but it sits right at about 6 3/4, and it is a natural stone. Probably it goes up to quartz, which makes me think it's most likely some type of agate. Now, the way you can tell the difference between an agate versus a jasper, which both of those are types of quartz, is agates can be, you know, translucent versus glass, or, you know, clear things are transparent. And then jasper is opaque. Translucent means that some light can pass through it. So if any sort of light can get through the stone, which I can see light shining through the stone, I know that it is a type of agate. So there's your answer. Money clip, but look how funny. This one says, after taxes, you only have pennies. That is hilarious. Oh, apparently these are already in a bag. They are sterling silver. I know that because I've tested them already, but they are just sort of post-back, sort of not completed hoops, but asymmetrical kind of teardrop. But they are sterling silver, and then right there it has a teeny little cubic zirconia that's bezel set. Look at this fun brooch. You know, playing tic-tac-toe, a brooch of tic-tac-toe-ness. Isn't that cute? I don't see any brand on the back. This is super cool though. We have another watch here. So that's Snow White. But look at what my comps show for this watch. $89, $50. It's from the early 50s. Wow. That watch definitely has some value. Okay, there it is for 33. Or 300. Well, that's a different. But wow, okay. Oh, it twists to work. Yeah, it does work. It is but right now it says 840. So let's just see if it keeps time. I'm going to just set it aside for now. Okay, I see there's tons of earrings, but I can't really grab them unless I have the pair. But look at this. Oh, wow. Because this is glass, as you see it. And the design is actually imprinted into the back. I guess they call it reverse intaglio. You know. But some of these look to be quite valuable. I don't know if some of these are made of like a precious metal or something, but that's pretty incredible. This does not look like real gold or anything to me. So I'm going to have to wait. You see, and that one's only 21. That one actually looks really similar to the one in my hand. Very similar. Here's a matching earring. These are huge. Glass center on these earrings. They are gold tone and they are about literally almost 1.5 inches wide. Those are some serious statement earrings. Gold tone. This is what the back is looking like. Post back, if I forgot to say. Oh, here's another brooch. This one is got like a textured kind of like weaving, just a regular gold tone circle brooch. I can't tell if this is keeping time. Okay, I'm gonna put it right at 9 o'clock. We'll see what happens. It's pretty stiff in there. I'm not sure that this is working. It is making noise, but yeah, I'm not sure. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Okay, this looks to be some sort of charm. It says Mother's Day 1977. Isn't that what all of us mothers look like? Literally with like a shirt where you can almost see through it. That is too funny. Flowers on it. Brass Works, Bergamot, Wisconsin, limited edition. Here is a cross just by itself. It's not an actual pendant, just a cross by itself. Definitely not sterling silver, but it's old. Here is a bracelet. It's a stretchy bracelet. It's marked Napier on the inside. So it's just a gold and silver, mostly silver tone. And it's sitting right at about 6 1/4. Yeah, I would say 6 1/4. Here's another bag of beads. These are all jasper. Here's an example of some stones. If I'm telling you it's jasper, that are opaque, no light will shine through these. If I put light behind, now you'll see them shine through the spaces, but the actual stones, there's no light will shine. They're opaque. You can just see the light coming through there, but like that stone right there that I'm shining it on, no light's going through it. So anyways, this bag of graduating different size beads, some mother of pearl, little kind of like teardrop dangles. That's just, it's a natural thing. I'm sure you could maybe put some purple color there. Those are not magnetic. Let me look on these and see if there's a mark or anything. I do not see a mark, but there's really like no part of me that thinks that those could be sterling silver or gold. Let me get a stone just so I can scratch a little bit on a stone. I can usually tell pretty easy by how it scratches. And that is very, very brown. That is definitely not gonna test for gold or silver. So, oh, it looks like I have a match here. These are post back. I do not see a brand, but these are like, they're like acrylic little cabochons there. They're pretty heavy, significant earrings. You see here, they literally have it for $22. Same earrings. Faux, they're faux pearl cabochons for sure, and they're acrylic other stones, no brand. They are post back. Here's some little wavy rings. Looks like they go together. Look at that. Okay, they are not sterling silver. Look at how cute they are though, to go together. Here are some really big dangle earrings. I just need to add a hook to that one. Just metal. They are not sterling silver. They're pretty big. I mean, look at the size of my hand. Just the dangle of the metal piece is almost 3 inches. So that's pretty crazy. Here is a very old butterfly brooch, super old. It's got a C-clasp. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I don't see any brand there, but he is beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to research that, but that's a cute little vintage / antique butterfly brooch for sure. Match. Okay, here, let's grab this. Some fashion earrings, some little cup link dangle earrings here. They're in great condition. These are all prong set post back earrings. Yeah, they're in great conditions. Have another pair of large earrings here. These are brass embossed. It just means that it comes out at you. I just need to add a hook, which is not a problem. I have plenty of those. These to me are a little bit nicer than the other ones that I showed a second ago. They are about 2.5 inches across. Those would clean up really well with a brass cleaner, super well. Oh, here is a pair of kind of shell, dyed shell dangle earrings. Yeah, very natural. Not sterling silver, but they're in great condition. Oh, here's another rustic earring here. This appears to also have shell. It's darker. I don't know if that's more abalone, but it also has some wood beads and I think that's acrylic. So these are older, very, like antiqued bronzy kind of color. It is working, by the way. Because I had it set for 9 o'clock. Anyways, I'm going to hold on to this because my husband's very into watches and I want it to be something that he can look at and potentially do something with if he wanted to. Oh no, that's what I wanted to grab. Appears to be like a, I don't know, is that like a space, not a spaceship, but like a shuttle launch or something? Okay, I'm gonna have to take a picture of this because I have no idea what that is. Okay, wow, okay. Well, that's a pin. Vintage, I don't know what that is, but it looks similar to this one, and that's 25 bucks. This one looks kind of similar. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. A little hematite cross. Needs a little bail, but I would at least put a jump ring in there to act as a bail, but I would sell that for $1. It's about 1.5 inches long. What a pretty bezel set gold tone bracelet with the beautiful purple stones in there. How beautiful. This makes me feel like it would be Monet or something. I don't know who makes this. I do not see a brand, but this is a beautiful bracelet with real glass rhinestones in there. It's a 6.5. Here's a pair of earrings. They're easy to spot. These are actually glass, definitely vintage, as you can see by the back. Needs a little bit of a cleanup. They're about the size of a nickel. Here is some medallion charm. Pontifex Maximus. It's it's got Italy on it. It says Italy on both sides. I have no idea what something like that is worth. Let's take a quick Google Lens search of it. Okay, $10, $23. Oh, I've got a little Heinz pickle. I come across lots of these living in Pittsburgh. This is a pretty brooch. It's missing one chip stone there, but I have lots of chip stones that I could replace that with no problem. That appears to be an authentic pearl, which it is. We've got a textured gold tone brooch there. We've got, it says BSK on it. Yeah, so that's probably got some value. I'm gonna have to do a Google Lens on that real quick. Here are some other BSK brooches. They can be quite valuable. So I would, if someone purchased it, I would add a stone and fix it, but a teeny metal enamel donkey, I guess. I don't know. Just a teeny little pin. He's interesting looking. Kind of looks angry. I've got a oval stick pin here, gold tone, like a lapel pin. This is an interesting little piece at the bottom. I've never seen one like that with like a rhinestone on it, so that's interesting. Yeah, that is onyx. Just so you know, it is definitely onyx. It tests on the presidium. It's important that you check like the length of like pins like this, because it can often be marked on the bar and you don't know it. But I don't see any mark on here. Here's another bracelet, just like the other one, except this has got clear rhinestones. So beautiful. They would look pretty together, wouldn't they? I'm not going to sell them together, but they would be pretty together. For the clear one, I just, let's see here. Here's another bracelet. I've been so happy with all the stuff that have come out of these tubs. They're actually really cool things. So this is kind of antiqued silver tone, kind of a flower linked bracelet there. It appears to have a fold over clasp, and there is a brand on there that I see. So let me clasp that and we can take a look at it. It says Sarah Coventry. Cool. So a Sarah Coventry silver tone bracelet that's about 7 inches. Okay, a teeny little Canada pin. Just plain little, I guess you put it on your lapel. I don't know. I'd sell that for $1. Such interesting things in here. What even animal is that? Is that a polar bear, or is that like a critter that goes under the ground? It's really old. It's got a C clasp there. I'm definitely going to have to take a picture of this. Like, is it like some sort of groundhog or something? I don't know. But this is probably made of copper. The tones that I'm getting under, I really feel like it's probably copper. Oh my gosh, there actually is one right there. Vintage Loof Diamond Jubilee. Okay, what the heck? That's not what this is. Oh, it's meant to hold some sort of metal. Oh my goodness. From 1899, Detroit, Michigan metal and ribbon pin. Unbelievable, but I only have half of it. Interesting. So it's missing its entire other half. Okay. I kind of have already pulled out all the stuff that needed to go to craft. So that's why all this stuff is such great stuff, because I already pulled out all the junk. Here it looks like possibly some turquoise inlaid chip earrings. I don't know if they're sterling or not. They're magnetic, so we know that they're not. Yeah, I don't know who makes them, but they're not sterling, but they do sort of have that inlaid look. Some cufflinks with mother of pearl, I believe. Or it might be faux mother of pearl. I'm not sure that that's authentically mother of pearl in there. And let me see if there's a brand here. Yeah, I don't see any brand. I do see a matching pair of earrings here. These appear to be pierced. Yeah. It's like a dimensional, like texture weaved in with smooth metal. They're actually really interesting looking earrings. They remind me of a Sarah Coventry earring, to be honest. Let me take a picture of them real quick. Yeah, I don't find an exact match for those. They kind of look like a Celtic kind of weaving or whatever, but yeah. Well, they're not because of that. Super dangly ones. They kind of dangle from a chain, as you see there, with little squares. They're cute. Post back. Not sterling silver, but super cute. Dangle pretty low, so let me tell you the length of how far they hang down. Like almost 4 inches. They're pretty long. They're pretty cool. We've got a little apple silver tone bracelet here. Seems kind of big for a bracelet, actually. Maybe this is an anklet. I mean, it goes right off the, it's literally like 9 inches. Let me see if it fits my ankle. Hold on. Yeah, it's not an anklet because I have a decently thin ankle and it doesn't fit it. So this is just a wider bracelet. Yeah. Now there is a mark right here. Oh my gosh. It literally says Emmons. Okay, so that's a bigger bracelet. Emmons, I have no idea if that, it looks more modern. Ooh, look at this. A scarab bracelet. Wow. This is beautiful. These can be very valuable. Usually made of authentic gemstones. So I don't see a brand on here at all, but a lot of times these are gold filled. So I might need to look closer at the clasp. Let me look at the jump rings. Yeah, I don't see anything on there saying that it's gold filled, but I'm sure, let's see if the gemstones are glass or, yeah, all of the scarabs are glass. A lot of times with these scarab bracelets, the little things are actually made of natural stone, but these are not. So this is more of like a faux one, but it's still nice. It is a 6 1/4. It was actually gold filled and actual authentic gemstone. It would be way, way more expensive, but it is prong set. It's very vintage looking and pretty cool. Okay, some sort of tie clip here. It says Anson on it. A lot of times these actually have a little bit of value. Another cross. Yeah, I know nothing about these crosses. This one you could add something to it to make it a pendant. They probably were at the bottom of, rosary beads or something. Look at this cute little bow pin. The rhinestones are still there. Let me see if they're prong set. No, they were just glued in, but this is super old. Look, even this little rivet, it slides a little bit. Huh. Probably about 1.25 inches wide. Here is a pair. Of course, it has to be missing rhinestones. But that's no biggie. I can easily replace that. There's no brand on these clip back earrings. They're probably about the size of a quarter, a little bit wider than 1 inch. And if anyone purchases them, I will add rhinestones back in. It'll look good as new. Look how cute he is. He's a little mouse with a rhinestone or glass belly. His little feet. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Isn't he? I don't see a brand. It's just glass. But I'm going to have to take a picture of him because I have no idea his value. Brooch, vintage jelly belly. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm at 1 hour and 20 minutes, which means it's almost 2 hours of video. Plus I have some added video I need to put in from the haul. So I got to stop the video here. It'll just keep on going. And I can continue this in part 3. Obviously, it's taking me lots of time, and I probably could use a whole video just going through that. So come back for part 3. But yeah, if you don't already follow me, be sure. I think you can go down somewhere in the corner, and you can literally follow me right from the video. And if you haven't seen part 1 of the 67-pound, massive antique store jewelry jackpot thing, definitely go check out the video. It's the one that's right before this one. So I thank everyone for coming. Again, I'm Curry with Cherished Relics Boutique. And yeah, reach out, and I'll put the information up here on the screen once again. If you are interested in doing a private sale with any of the jewelry items you saw tonight, you can send that information to cherishedrelicsboutique@gmail.com. That information will be up on the screen. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming, and boy, I'm so thrilled with the things that I've been finding in this. It's just, anyways, y'all have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye from Cherished Relics Boutique.